And talking about the election season, big breaking news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where Srinagar has recorded the highest voter turnout in 3 decades, with 38% being the voter turnout in phase 4 of the elections. Now, Chadura, Gandarbal, Kangan, Khan Sahib and the Shopian assembly segments recorded more than 45% voter turnout, ladies and gentlemen. This is unprecedented. Now, since 1999, the voter turnout did not cross the 30% mark. In fact, Prime Minister Modi has tweeted, and I quote, "The abrogation of Article 370 has enabled the potential and aspirations of the people to find full expression happening at the grassroots level. It is great for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, in particular the youth." End quote. That is the piece of breaking news that's coming in. I'm joined by my colleague Ishan Wani on the broadcast, reporting from Srinagar. Ishan, a huge development coming in from Srinagar, which has created history. Prime Minister Modi there linking it to the improvement in law and order since the abrogation of Article 370.
Well, absolutely right. Ever since Aishman, these numbers started to come in and we started visiting polling stations, there was a sea of change in the number of what we saw, the number of lines that we saw, the queues that we saw, men and female, men and women coming out in large numbers to cast their vote, exercise their franchise. This time around, we generally would see hesitance on part of the residents of Kashmir and these parts who are going to polls when they see camera. Because of the large scare that they had, that they could face, bullets or stones, boycott. But this time around, people were coming out freely. They were casting their vote. They were happy that they are going to choose their franchise, and they are going. Many of them were actually first-time voters. First-time voters in a sense that many of them had not voted in the past and had boycotted polls. But this time around, they felt a need that they needed to pick up a candidate who could go on and represent their voice in the parliament. And this has resonated among many youngsters across Kashmir. You see Pulwama, which has been a traditional boycott belt, or see the downtown areas of Srinagar where the percentage has been heartwarming. Even those areas or those polling stations where we have seen zero polling taking place, the Deputy Commissioner Srinagar, who's also looking at the elections, has said that there has been no such polling station where zero polling has taken place. There was a festive mood in Pulwama. You visited Karimabad, one of the hotbeds of militancy. I have been to other places as well today, seeing that there were people coming out to vote without any fear. Massive security arrangement. As you pointed out earlier, that since 1996, that was a time when 40.94% of votes took place. But since then, this number of voting hasn't happened. The government of the day, the BJP, is saying that it's because of the policies that are adopted in Jammu and Kashmir, brought peace and prosperity, that people have been able to come out and vote. But then the opposition, PJ Brahm, also tweeting that why hasn't BJP fielded any contestant if they're talking about the improvement in the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. But yes, remember, there will be interesting times ahead because we might also have assembly elections taking place at the end of this year. So we have to see what kind of excitement and the joy that is visible on the ground when the assembly elections take place. But yes, this is something which is the first phase of the elections in Kashmir Valley when it comes to application of Article 370. Multiple factors, one including the new entrants in the political circle of Kashmir, which includes Apni Party, People's Conference, and then on we saw that how India Alliance did not, took out the PDP and they chose to contest on its own. One has to see who emerges victorious, but the attempts have been made by every political party and they have done well also, because CEC, the election in charge in J&K, told the media that he also hails and praises the contesting candidates who went on to go to those areas and ask people that it's important for them to exercise their franchise. And that's why you're seeing a large number of voter participation also happening in these polls.